What's up, guys? So I've been shopping for a new pen, actually a pen at all, because I've always used these. These are great pens, they write good, but I'm a gear guy, so I wanted an EDC pen. I wanted a, not so much tactical pen. Man, if I ever get down to the point that I'm using a pen for self-defense, things have went very wrong in my life. So I like to think I could do a better job on my own than relying on a pen, but you know, if you're trained for that, more power to you. So a while back, probably a year ago, I purchased the Hinderer Investigator. Good pen, super durable, you know, solid brass. I guess it would work good as a tactical pen. It's got a point there. I could see you could do some damage. The things I don't like about it. Well, another thing I do like about it, it's super small. Can drop right down in your pocket. Works very well if you don't use a pen that often. Which I don't use a pen a ton, but I use it enough to where I need something that writes decent, because my writing needs all the help it can get. So I got by about a year with that. I still religiously had this around somewhere on my desk, in my truck, if I had to do any type of writing, and I wanted a pen I could just have that one pen with me everywhere I go. So I like the construction of this pen, the durability of it. I was even willing to, it has the Fisher Space Pen, which is an okay writer. It's not a great writer. So I was willing to accept that, and I saw this pen. This is the Extreme Duty Modular pen in brass, and I was like $80, and I thought, man, that's a really good price. I want to go for it, even if it's a little big. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'6". I can probably handle it. But man, I would actually go with this one if I had to choose. For, like I said, for the same way as the other one, for a tactical pen, if that's your main purpose, you can't carry a knife, you can't carry anything, I guess that would be, you know, pretty handy. But I would never purchase it for that. I also liked that it was a, you know, you could post the cap up. I like cap knives better. But the issue is, when you go to write with this thing, it feels like you have a counterweight up here. I mean, it's just pulling against your writing nonstop. This is not a writer's pen by any means, but this is not even a every now and then writer's pen. This is a guy who just needs to sign something once a week, maybe. Because if you're going to write anything with it, it's just not going to be comfortable for you. As far as the construction, though, I mean, the thing is bulletproof. Another downside to it is this pen weighs 3.5 ounces. I mean, that is a ton of weight for a pen. It has a killer clip on it. I love the way it's put together. Again, it uses the Fisher Space Pen refills. I'm not a huge fan of that. Let me show you some size comparisons. So this is my, you know, this is just a regular pen size. I mean, it's probably a little bit fatter than some, which I need. But you can see up against the Extreme Duty pen, and I even saw these in videos and pictures and stuff, it didn't look like that big of a pen. But when you choose the brass option, the weight is just tremendous. I mean, this thing must be thick. I mean, well, hell, let's look at it. I mean, look at that. That is a ton of weight. It's super cool. Don't get me wrong about that. I like this pen. It's cool as hell. But if you're looking for a writer, this is just not your pen. I had these O-rings all the way down in here. I actually like it better without the O-rings. I get a little better grip. Let me take some measurements. So the Extreme Duty is about 5.5 inches long, 5 5/8. The Investigator is just under 4.5. So the main takeaway is, if you were going like in a camping situation or a outdoor survival type situation, I might go with that, because you could use this in a pinch for some other things. And it's with this O-ring on here, you know, it's going to keep all the water out and everything. And the Fisher Space Pen does pretty good because it's pressurized, and in a rough environment, that would work pretty well. This one too, this one does the same thing. It seals off against the O-ring. You see it has an O-ring there and an O-ring on the back. They also have accessories for this one that you can change that up to a sharper tip, which I guess could be handy. Now, I wish, no, I don't wish. I actually went with a different pen, and we're going to be reviewing that next week. I believe that the titanium version of this would be much more palatable. It's just the thickness of that brass. Titanium is so much lighter. And I believe if you got this in a titanium, you would have something. You would do really well. But a lot of the newer pens that I see coming out, they'll hold, if not all cartridges, they'll hold most of them. So you can choose between the Parker, Mont Blanc. You can get whatever type of writer you want. That's hugely beneficial for me. I like a pen to write a certain way, and that way I can choose what I want. I like the Parker gel inserts. They write really well. But if you're just looking for something to throw in your pocket and you sign every once in a while or fill something out, you know, once a week, this is a great pen for that. If you're not looking to, you know, write perfectly or whatever. But anyway, this is a year old. This is a week old. I've carried this for a week. So I just recently purchased from a good friend of mine a Grimsmo Saga. And I think that's going to be the pen. Even though it's not a capped pen like I like, it just looks like a great pen. It's titanium. It's smaller. I think it's going to fit the bill. Well, we'll find out next week when it gets here. I'll review it and let you guys know. But as far as quality, you're not going to beat these pens. They're bulletproof. They'll last you forever. Brass is a natural antimicrobial. Just win, win, win. It's just the ergonomics, the weight, it's just a few things that come together that just make it not right for me. They're definitely not bad pens. They're just not pens for me. I'm going to keep this pen. I may get rid of this one. Don't see me really using that one. But anyway, that's my take on the Hinderer Investigator and the Hinderer Extreme Duty Modular pen. So, guys, I appreciate you watching as always. Have a great day. God bless you and your family. Say a prayer for our country. Good night.